It's rare when it happens, but it does happen when a podcast comes along that changes lives, that opens eyes, and genuinely does it to enlighten, inspire, and empower. That is what we're here to do. Welcome to EeezDrop, the podcast where we invite you to eavesdrop on unscripted, candid conversations that'll hopefully change your life. Everyone is invited to the table, regardless of your beliefs or background. We're here to discuss real-life issues that pertain to all of us, whether you're God's favorite girl or guy, or simply someone looking for insights into life's challenges and triumphs. Speaking of God's favorite girl, EeezDrop is proudly powered by GFG Evolution, a company that's all about guiding you towards your evolution. Our aim is simple, to help you find your solution through growth and evolution. We won't force our beliefs on anyone. We're here to foster community and spark evolution. We'll be joined by remarkable guests who shared their personal experiences and stories. And as you eavesdrop on these conversations, you'll find nuggets of wisdom that can help you on your own journey of growth and self-discovery. This is EeezDrop. Let's explore the reality of life together. And now your host, God's favorite girl, Olayinka Lockhart.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Look who I got with me.
How you doing? Happy to be a part of EeezDrop. I've been hearing so many good things about it.
He's been hearing.
Thank you for the invite.
Listen, thank you so much for joining us today on EeezDrop. Love is the order of the month. It's February, and you know we do this every year. Every year we come around. Valentine's, it's love month. We got to put on our red. It's for lovers. Well, this one is for you. So welcome to EeezDrop, where we allow you to eavesdrop on our conversation, and you'll be so surprised to know what you will learn, how you will evolve just from listening to people's business. So we're inviting you in our business. We are literally in our home, and you in our business. Welcome.
Hold on, I didn't sign up for that. You didn't tell me there's going to be in our business.
You know what?
You said we're going to ask questions.
I need to create a contract because that's the truth. I need to have people sign a contract.
I don't know if I want to be a part of this no more. I don't want people in my business. Demon's too nosy as it is.
He signed the contract.
I retract. I signed it. I didn't. Show me it. Show me
it. It says marriage license. He changed my name from a Kerr to a Lockhart. That was the contract. Anyway, back to my skip. Listen. I always forget to say this. You're on my YouTube channel. Please, would you go and like? My daughter says, screw it up, subscribe, and press the bell, so that we could ring off every time EeezDrop goes live. Listen, you won't be a part of this conversation. Now, that's my first little commercial. That's the commercial for EeezDrop. Now, EeezDrop is powered by GFG Evolution. And you know, GFG Evolution is God's favorite girl and God's favorite guy. And it's the parent company of God's favorite girl and God's favorite guy, nonprofit organizations. And you can't be a part of EeezDrop, GFG Evolution, and not be God's favorite girl. Absolutely, you're God's favorite girl. You are. You're the female that learned to pass the test of time. We pray, advance, slay, and serve. And some people next to me, they jealous because I ain't getting nothing for them.
No, I got something next time. Don't worry. I write my own stuff next time.
I ain't get nothing for them. Listen, I got to give it to y'all as God give it to me. And God only gave me God's favorite girl so far. He told me it was God's favorite guy and God's favorite girl, but he only gave me God's favorite girl so far. So when I get it, y'all get it. Until he give it to me, we ain't have nothing. So let him figure that out. You need to go and pray and figure that out. Like, this has been a couple of years now. Tell me why he ain't started nothing yet. What kind of thing that is?
As God give it to me, I could give it to them. God ain't give it to me yet, so I ain't give it to them yet.
And listen, we pass the test of time. We pray in Jesus' name. So there's no gray area there. It is what it is. It's all about God. His name is on it. It's a God's favorite, not Inky. I ain't want nothing to do with this. I ain't bored. My husband loves me. My children love me. I have 3 mummies. Listen, I ain't bored. So this is about God getting the glory. It's all about him. We advance, which means we keep on growing. We keep on going. We keep it moving. Sis, keep on taking it higher and higher. That's what it means for us to advance. Then, we slay. Now, today, we can talk about a special type of slay. That slaying that we do in the bedroom with our husbands. And you single ladies, you need to get you one so you could do the slaying in the bedroom.
Could you elaborate? Because I don't fully understand what you mean by slay.
Honey, I don't slay in the bedroom.
I don't fully understand what you mean by slay.
Do I slay in the bedroom?
You be saying all the time. You be saying, Jesus.
He lied. He can lie. Oh Lord, yeah, this show gonna be funny. And this is our norm. Like, he's a clown. Anyway, we was talking about slaying, right? We slay in the bedroom, on the runway. Listen, the most important slaying we do though is on our knees. That's the slaying that we used to. And then we slay at work. Everywhere we go, we slay, man, because we always winning. The Bible says that we are the victors. We are more than conquerors. So that's us. And then we serve. We're here to serve you today. We serve you. We serve our God. We serve this community. So you, sis, you right there, you belong here. Thanks for listening. So our sponsor today is none other than our platinum sponsor, Star Apple nonprofit organization. And they have been our sister's keeper, their sister's keeper for a long time. They're committed to it. They give us what we need to do what God tells us to do. So we appreciate those people there called Star Apple. Now, I didn't need, well, maybe I do. This is my husband. This is the priest, the protector, and the provider of my home. Listen.
Powerful.
I want you to know that that's not a cliche. He actively demonstrates that daily. Regardless of it not being perfect, because no, it's not, and I'm not perfect, he does that daily. He's the priest, the protector, and the provider of our home. I don't get up in the night to answer no door, to lock. I don't even know if the door locks, but I go to sleep knowing that I'm well protected. He prays over us. Sometimes I don't feel like praying. I say, oh, pray, please. Pray over me. Please pray over me. Pray over me. And he prayed. Man, he used to do them 5 cents prayer. Them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He used to do them. But I just feel them.
But do they work though?
They do.
So you can't be putting, because even a 5 cents has its place.
Where the place is next to the dollar.
Let me ask you something. If you go to the store, it's number $5.95. You have 90 cents. You could be upset because you don't have that 5 cents. Every cent counts.
We here for an hour a whole hour. I hope it's just an hour. So listen, what I'm saying is he prays over us. He does. And ladies, just so that you know a little bit more, we are ministers. We are ordained ministers. That don't mean that we perfect. We're still humans, right? But we do what we do on the level that we do it. So I say he have a 5 cents prayer. If that's a 5 cents prayer, and mind you, it's more than 5 cents. I only crack and joke, right? But if that's a 5 cent prayer your husband could give you, take that 5 cents, girl. Come on. You remember we used to play the thing? I don't even want to say itty, itty, bang, bang, sitting on the wall trying to make $1 to 50 cents. We know how to make $1 to 50 cents. You could make $1 out of that 5 cents. Take that prayer and you make him feel like he is the biggest prayer warrior in the world. And you know what he can do? He coming back and he can do it again.
So what you're saying is tricking.
If that's what we have to do. And that's what y'all just do. Don't lie.
Women.
And some of y'all
yes, y'all do that.
Y'all just be faking it, right? And y'all just fake it.
Hold on now. What you mean?
Don't
cause you
that's what we have to do. Anyway, I say he's the protector, the provider, and the priest of our home. We talked about being the protector. We talked about being the priest. And I'm going to tell you about being the provider. It wasn't always where it is now. the other day we were in the bathroom taking a shower, and I tell him, you can't tell me nothing but God. I remember working in the bank, and my last salary was $39,174 for the entire year, and we couldn't make ends meet. I could remember the light get turned off. I could remember us going over the bridge and didn't have $1. It was $1 or $2.
Nobody. They going up $2 and I heard us. When they done $2,
We couldn't even get over the bridge. We couldn't even get over the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? He was still the provider, because at that time, we jumping into quick. This is just the introduction. I'm supposed to be introducing him. But let me get to this before I forget.
I know he's already in the story. Boy, that's a big introduction.
No, that was supposed to be the introduction.
But she's do that though. She's drift. She's got to bring her back in. Reel it back in now. Come on. Okay. Rewind and come again.
He said reel it back in. All right then. So this is my husband. His name is Osborne Lockhart. He's the priest, protector, and provider of our home. We have been married this year for 15 years.
Boy, that's long.
Listen, in our first couple months of marriage, he told me, say, it did feel like I was growing out of his neck. But I can let him get to that when we get there. Remember, I'm supposed to be inside an introduction. So what does he do? He's a salesman, a business owner. He does everything that I do. He does everything that I say to do.
Not everything now. You know, don't make it seem like you run this show. I do what I want to do. Okay?
He sure does, though. He does exactly what he wants to do.
It just so happens that sometime what you want me to do aligns with that. Simple.
That's his story. We'll take it, right? We'll take it. And what else? A minister. What else are you?
An actor.
An actor. Yeah.
An R&B singer.
No.
What you mean no?
He could be a DJ though, because he sent me some nice songs. He's playing nice songs to me.
You know, I was DJ with the kids in the car. She ain't big on music. My kids rock the house down. They well versed. Trust me, they know.
Yeah. They
Percy Sledge, all them.
They sing praise and worship, and then they can switch right over. Them children could pray. I might as well tell you. They could pray.
You don't play with that.
And they know their psalms, they know their scriptures, they know the word, and they know their hymns, because their Grammy teaching them hymns. But when the song lick off, I'd be like, "How you all know these songs?" And they singing all kind of songs. All right, so y'all know me, so I don't need an introduction, but I needed to introduce my sweet husband, my sexy husband. And the reason that we're here is Stacy said to me the other night, she said, you know, y'all have a gift. Y'all have a gift. God has given y'all a gift. Y'all have a beautiful marriage. And she said, don't run away from marriage ministry, because the marriage that God gave y'all is a gift that you should share. There are people that you could help. And I felt so small in that instance, because it was so true. And it's so unfair when people be selfish. If we could put our sisters and our brothers up on game, and that could help you, like, that's worth it. But if you hiding it and keeping it to yourself, man, God didn't want that. You know, he said to go and preach the gospel to the world. He didn't want, and the gospel is good news. It's good news. That's what gospel means. Share the good news. And so we have experienced some good news, or good things in marriage for the past 15 years. We have been growing. We're still growing, but marriage is better today than it was back then. Let me tell you what is, and I must tell you this, the trump card, I think, for our marriage. Trump card. Buy you one, and it's free. God is always in the center of it. And if you ever see us together, we're usually like this. We're always together. Well, God is be right in there. So it's God first, right? And then I think one of the greatest tools we've had in marriage is not our parents, not our friends, not our families, but we attend a church that taught us marriage before we got married. What does that mean? Somehow, before we were getting married, the the sermon somehow used to take a turn into marriage, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, blah, blah, blah. Not only that, marriage ministry. So we have classes for everything, right? Go back to school, get your doctorate, get your master's, get your this, get you that. Come and take this course, this 10-day course. Come on this YouTube live, and it's all about these other things. But very rarely, very rarely, you hear people trying to teach you how to be married. This is something that you learn. This isn't something that you grow up one day and, oh, I was born. You know how they tell you, so, oh, you were always a wife. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. So you had to been a wife before you got married?
False. And what you want to say in simple layman's term is marriage is hard. Like, it's very difficult. No matter how much you love somebody, how much you blend, how much you gel, it's difficult. So we won and we win on, when you say marriage ministries, because the best way to learn is from someone else's mistake, right? No one wants to buck their own toe. If I see you buck your toe, I'm not going to walk down that same road. And what marriage ministry did for us is taught us and showed us things that happen in marriage and how to fix it, or how to work around it, or how to talk about it. Because a lot of issues in marriage could be resolved off communication. That's one of the biggest issues in marriage. People can't communicate. I saw something today, and it said that when two people get married, right, they're expected to have issues. And it made so many sense, because those are two people coming from two totally different environments. So think about it. If you put a lion and a bear in the same environment, they're going to clash automatically, because the lion in his environment runs the show, the bear in their environment runs the show. So you are going to clash. The difference between marriage is you can communicate. I don't like this. I was not raised this way. Please pick up your socks. Miss, please wash the dishes.
He don't pick up his socks, though.
What? That's one thing I was doing. You don't pick up your socks.
What?
She's the problem.
He don't pick up his socks.
Socks, shirt, pants, all over the place. And at this point, yes, because you are very unorganized. I'm the organized one. I like things put in place. This in place. You know what she say? Well, you do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now,
that's what he's supposed to do, though.
And guess what? I fight, because I'm a man that was taught by a mother to cook, clean, and all the other stuff, right? And when I get hungry, well, you go and get me something to eat. I'm not cooking anything. And there goes the compromise. I'll put up your pants in your shirt. I'm into cooking. I don't like cooking. I can, but I don't like the kitchen. It's too much work for me, because I have to cook and clean. As I cook, I got to clean.
And I can take 20 hours.
This one? Well, I've watched Dr. Seuss.
Please stop now. Oh my gosh, you're going to make these people think your wife nasty. That's not even true.
No, I didn't say it. While you're cooking, you don't clean those.
What?
So you don't. The dishes be piled up. Like off Dr. Seuss.
Oh, see?
I can't do that. But that's what she's doing.
Let me take my show back over, because I don't listen to it. Listen. We have to be honest with these people so that they can know.
Remember, you just
what to listen to.
here. Just pray. You just prayed about this. Be truthful.
Oh, I see. Listen,
let the Lord use you.
These people here, a lot of these people don't know when you play it or not.
You give it to them.
Back to what I even was saying before he interrupted. Oh, we was talking about marriage ministry. So it is that important to be a part of a good marriage ministry. If you can. If you can't, you could borrow ours. We attend Living Waters Kingdom Ministries. Our marriage ministry leaders he's Pastor Darren Nixon and his wife, Minister Olivia Nixon.
Amazing people.
Amazing people. And even before them, we had amazing leaders. We stay plugged in. So let me tell you, we don't experience, no, not that we don't experience, right? When issues come up, chances are they didn't teach us that in marriage ministry, so we know how to deal with it. And that's all marriage ministry is. It's the cheat sheet. Like, I don't understand why married people don't want to come to marriage ministry. Baby, you need that. You need that. That's your cheat code. Come, let these people teach you and prepare you. And not only that, right? Usually when you are in a problem, it's difficult to communicate that problem right then because I have emotions. He have, and you could see we two emotional people, right? He got to get his point across, and I getting my point across.
I'm emotional. I was simply stating the facts. You were getting all worked up. I'm quite calm, as you can see. My tone never changed. He was
Cecily,
like,
pray for him,
is it-"
please. Cecily, please pray, pray, pray.
See that? See how voice is changing in tone? Mine's still the same. I'm not emotional. I'm speaking facts. Just saying.
He working on my nerves now.
You guys can be the judge. My tone never changes. You can continue.
Back to what I was saying. So when you're having an issue, it's difficult to talk that through, right? Could you imagine? Well, this is our true story. This is true life. When we went to marriage ministry, you would hear, so let's say today they're talking about money. We're sitting there and they're discussing money, giving us advice on how to handle money, all of this, all of that, all of that. And we're just sitting there. That's not a problem this week. That ain't a problem. But we listening to them. Next week, when that problem comes up, guess who already know the answer? Because we were sitting there listening. And guess what? We could talk about it now because he already heard the answer. It's usually him. He already heard the answer in marriage ministry the week before. So it's very good to communicate to your spouse. Sometimes, I mean, these people anointed, these church people, right? They anointed. Sometimes the Holy Ghost will have them come right down your lane. So when you get home that night, you ain't even got to talk about that no more because he didn't hear that from the pastor and he didn't come home and fix that. Get yourself some marriage counseling, coaching. Come to a marriage ministry. You don't have to be a member to come to Living Waters Marriage Ministry. And I'm saying Living Waters Marriage Ministry because that's what we've proven to work for us. That's the only thing we prove. Living Waters Marriage Ministry. Now, if you go to some other marriage ministry and that's working for you, congratulations. But what I'm saying is get the help that you need. Surround yourself around people who have been married that could give you advice. And the next thing, right? I'm not even saying only who've been married because my sister ain't been married. She never been married. But I tell her everything and she always fight for the marriage. I feel like she always on his side. You know, it's always Inky, you go fix this. Inky, that ain't right. You're supposed to talk. You're supposed to say this. You're supposed to what?
Because you're usually wrong. And she's telling you the truth. Your problem is when I say, Inky, you wrong, you just get offended. And then you just be like, you know what? Okay. And then 5 minutes later, you know what? I'm very offended by what you said. So I don't even say it no more.
He lying on me.
She'd be like, you know what? Okay, fine. Next day, yesterday you said that I was like this and I'm offended by the way you said.
Now listen, that's another thing.
She does that.
That's a
all
communication.
The time.
He ain't lie this time. But that's a communication strategy that I have. Because right then and there, if I engage in that conversation.
Say strategy.
That's a strategy. If I engage in that conversation, I may want to snap back out of frustration, out of hurt. So yeah, I shut my mouth. And then tomorrow, when we good, honey,
snap
I'd like
then.
I don't snap. I say, honey, I want to talk to you about what you
say,
said
honey?
yesterday.
What you say?
Ozzy.
God watching you, girl. God
Ozzy, why don't you stop your mess? This is a serious podcast. These people listening for help.
So let me tell them the truth. So this would be like this. I would tell her something. She'd be upset. She'd get very nice when she's upset. Hi. Yes. Good day. How are you today? You had a good day? Okay. We didn't say, I don't know what coming. I didn't have this conversation. I know what coming after this. Right? Get in the room. I want to watch some Netflix. Before you turn that on, I want to talk about what you said yesterday. Then I'm out his pin up. I just really didn't appreciate.
You see those words?
The truth you spoke.
This is a serious podcast. Why don't you stop playing?
And I want to let you know that I feel some kind of way. I'm hurt about it, etc., etc. And just like everyone knows, The man who was right ends up apologizing for being right.
That's
I'm
not
sorry
true.
that I made you feel that way. I just told you how I feel. Doesn't really matter how the man feels most of the time. Ladies, y'all got to fix that. And I want to apologize for making you feel that way. Do you want some ice cream? And that usually works.
Ozzy, why don't you stop? Listen, I brought
talking
him on.
sense,
He
you
ain't
know
coming
I'm
on my
talking
show no
sense.
more. He's not coming on EeezDrop no more. We trying to talk sense to the people. This is not a comedy show, wait.
Ladies of God's Favorite Girl and EeezDrop, I would have you all know this will be the last unpaid visit to EeezDrop. Okay?
Listen, I pay for that. I pay for that.
No, I pay for that because again, I don't want to run to the work.
Not true.
How you?
Good one. Anyway, let's finish talking.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, right, we on communication now. What? Then after that, she's happy and sex is good. Sex always good. We're happy there, right?
Yeah, I'm happy there. Oh, Jesus.
Ozzy, stop, please.
I was just giving God thanks just now. Thank you, Jesus.
Anyway, what I said is right. Hold on. Sassy, don't laugh at him. Don't laugh at him. Because when I get up 3 o'clock in the morning to pray, I got to be careful. You got to watch your back. Because I on my knees and something coming. So don't laugh at him. Listen.
What you on your knees for?
Praying.
I just don't hear no prayer.
Oh, so you just don't hear when I praying?
No. If you praying, then you praying. If you saying 3 o'clock in the morning, who really could hear really stuff 3 o'clock in the morning when you're halfway asleep? I'm paying attention.
So what you get up for, Ozzy?
What? Because I just feel the knees touch the bed. When the knees touch the bed, you know. Isn't that how it goes?
Listen, I really wanted to help some people today. I wasn't here for a comedy show. This is a serious thing. Anyway, I'm going to be the serious one here.
I'm very serious.
I'm going to be the matured person here. We're going to talk about communication. Communication is so important in your marriage. I'm talking about everything. It may be difficult. Sometimes, ladies, we may have to leave it alone. Leave it alone and come back. Don't let them make you feel bad when you come back to it tomorrow. Listen, you have a right to clear that up. So when you feel like you could handle the conversation without getting riled up, getting loud, being I can slap you, Ozzy. I can slap you.
I ain't even doing that. Explain what you're saying to the ladies.
Without being abusive with your words, come back to it the next day. Sometimes I do sleep on stuff and then bring it up all the time. But with the people that I love, I can go leave that alone and come back to that the next day. Because after you thought about it, maybe it's you're wrong for true. Or God will give you the strategy, the words on how to communicate it right. Or you may think, you know what, that's not even that important. It don't make no sense arguing over that. So by all means, give yourself some time to process. I need time to process. Oh, look at the abusive words. Yeah, be careful. Listen to me. Ladies, we want our husbands, we want that to work in the night, in the day, whenever we want it. In order for it to stand up, it needs to feel manly to stand up. It has a brain. It has a mind. It has an arm, and you want it to stand up. It's not going to stand up if you abused it, if you talked it bad, if you tear him down and you make his ego fall and you make him feel like less than the man, that ain't standing up. I know a lady who was married. She didn't do such a good job of tearing this husband down that he can't even look at her. And so now you want the husband, but he ain't want you. Be careful, this Maria. We have to team it. We have to. The Bible tell us to team it. All the secrets right in that Bible. Say, look how Ozzy face. I wish Ozzy would stop. I talking sense.
No, I was stuck. See, I paused halfway through what you said. I was listening to the other stuff. The other stuff was quite fine. But you said to if you have to wait until the next day to speak about it because you're wrong. But you'll never be wrong. That's what they're trying to figure out. Like you telling them if they're wrong, but like you're never wrong.
Ozzy,
And let me tell you why I say you're never wrong. Because you was this, and ladies, y'all think you're slick. You got to be careful. See, some men like me are woke. We are woke. So you cannot be like, yes, thank you for sharing how you feel and how I made you feel, but how you made me feel, how your feelings made me feel a way that I don't like, and I would like you to apologize for.
Listen,
how could you be wrong and right at the same time? I don't get it.
But it's like, not about being wrong or right.
When it comes to you.
No,
but when it comes to me,
oh my God.
Or you just don't want to be wrong. What are you talking about? I'm simply explaining what I think happened and how it made me feel. No, you just want to win about. I don't even care about battling. I just want to watch some Netflix.
Listen,
like that's it.
On this thing, Tramika, Cecily, y'all ain't praying. Pray for him. Like I don't know what happened. He come from work like this, but you know what we was coming here to do. This is not a game, Ozzy.
And see, she ain't even taking me seriously. I talk in sense. I'm very serious here. And she said I'm being funny. You know why? Because she don't appreciate my feelings. And I don't like the way that it's making me feel right now.
Okay.
But I'm going to sit on this.
I'm wrong.
No.
And
no,
I'm
no.
sorry, honey.
No.
Honey, I'm wrong.
I'm going to sit on this.
I'm wrong.
And we're going to talk about this tomorrow.
Honey, I'm wrong.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow.
Sorry. You see that? You see that? You see the rubbing of the head?
Now watch this, right? Watch this.
Sorry, baby.
See what she doing?
I'm wrong.
Tomorrow, she could be like, remember yesterday on EeezDrop when you said I was wrong?
Lord help me. Jesus help me.
That made me feel some kind of way.
We talking about communication.
Yes, but it's good to communicate.
Yeah, listen, and communicate about everything, right? Nothing could be off limits. Your husband is your best friend. That's your best friend. The only thing, listen, let me tell you all. Something would happen. So yeah, we talking about communication, but this just ran across my mind. I was talking to marriage ministry the other day. They was talking about money, and they were talking about being united with your money. And their pretty kind of much thing was, even though you have separate accounts, still discuss and become one to achieve the goals. And so I gave my little 5 cents, and my 5 cents was that, yeah, you could have the separate accounts and stuff, but everything we accomplish it together. Like we don't have a separate account anywhere. Like we don't have a hidden account. All the money hits the account, and all the bills is our bills. All the money would hit the account is our money. That's just how it go.
Is that true? Because you have another account on there that I'm not on. And then you say, yeah, I have this account. You told me about the account. You didn't tell me about it. You say, you should go get signed on it. But you never tell me where to go. I don't even know what branch it is. I don't know who to go to.
I never tell you which branch you go to go get your.
You didn't. If you did and I didn't hear, I apologize, and I don't want to make you feel.
Ozzy, do you spend any money on that account?
How if I can't get an account?
Ozzy, the money what you have plot out now, what you going to do this, and this. Where that coming from?
I have it plotted out, but
so if you don't use the money,
hold on. I never said that I didn't know where the account was.
So but he just tell you all that, Mike. I don't just say you don't know.
No. This is what I said. I don't know where to go to get signed onto the account. Now I know what bank it is with, right? And I'm plotting out what I need done.
And you know how much there. And how much go in there. And how much you taking out.
No, I don't know how much there. Because I was teasing you with it. You could have quite a few dollars there. And I don't know, but it's fine. It's okay, right? I'm not complaining. I want you to know I'm not complaining right now. I'm just simply stating the facts. I'm not trying to make you feel any kind of way. So this is what I'm saying. Yes, I'm plotting it out because you're telling me what's there, but it's not available to me. I have to come through you to get it.
Good. And we can keep it just like that. Anyway, what I was telling you the joke. Thank you very much, Cecily. Sometimes body language is a strong communication as well. Yeah, that body language. I could tell you plenty. But we coming back after and tell you my little joke. So I telling the people, we accomplish so much things because we have everything together. Everything is together. Oh man, I'm talking about this account. What he ain't on? He ain't on the account because he ain't reached the bank yet. When I was opening the account, he was supposed to come there, and for some reason, he had something else to do and blah 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 blah. And guess what? Dude, like his money. All on the money what I work for, he is called his money. So he tell me open the account because he need to get his money. He need to get paid.
Hold on. You see, guys, I'm happy that I'm here to defend my honor. If this woman just say, we have one account and one money, how is she now stating the money I make, he is spent? You just say it, Charles. Make your mind up.
But only me want to go to and sell real estate, though.
Really? Only you? Wait, let me tell you all something, guys. Let me tell you, ladies, be careful, because you might as be listening, because now I'm insulted, because that's be out there selling properties, putting up signs, all these things that she can't do or just can't make it to do, and now she can see. You know what? I'm going to get into this with you right now.
You wait till tomorrow.
I'm going to sleep on this, and we'll talk about this tomorrow.
All right, fine. So back to my story before I was rudely interrupted. So I telling the people now, put your money together, because if he make 100 and I make 200, we have 300. That could go a lot further than if he keep his 100 and I keep my 200 and the two of us can't pay nothing, right?
So why you got to have two and I have one?
If he have 1,000 and I make $100 this week, it don't even matter. It don't even matter, because I can go spend it whatever it is. So what I saying is, right? I to this table talking, where we was to Ashgale dinner, and I telling the people how I was encouraging the married people, to do it together. Do it together. Stacy can say, got something they do it together. He buy you a whole car and you ain't even know.
That story wasn't even relevant.
But it was funny. I was so ashamed. I said, how could you say something like that to me? He said, yeah, because you're wrong. You're telling people, but you put the money together. That time you didn't buy a whole car and you ain't missed no money off the account.
That story was irrelevant.
That's about honesty. Tell him, let's go there. Let's talk about honesty.
I was honest. I said I needed the money to pay for something.
Anyway, back to communication and this body language. He was talking about communication. But listen, you got to communicate in the bedroom too, because like I've heard, I know, but some people, right, who saying ain't nothing happening in the bedroom. And this a man saying his wife ain't giving him none, right? And she's don't want him touch anything, right? And at first I was thinking, she's being a bad wife, she's not supposed to withhold her body. But then I started thinking, what if this dude ain't doing it right? What if he ain't touching on the right place? Like, what if he ain't doing the thing? Like what if
Hold on.
He don't make it worth a while?
Hold on. You mix up. Because you just said that he said that she do not let him touch her. Which means, ladies, if he ain't touching her, how could he touch the right or wrong spot if you ain't getting touched, period?
So let me answer that. This couple has 2 children. So at some point, he was touching her. So maybe something changed, or maybe she got tired of that same old. What I was trying to express is, I wonder, and I strongly doubt, that she telling him, I don't like when you touch it like that. Come up, do it like this, rub it like that. Show him what to do.
Right.
Touch it for him.
What kind of thing this is for you on now?
We're talking about communication. So, ladies, that's our responsibility, right? Our orgasm, and we talking about the married women, is our responsibility. So if he ain't doing it right, tell him, help him along. Put his hand there, show him what to do. Tell him, I like when you do it like this. I don't like when you do it like that. I don't like that one. One don't feel good.
But shouldn't be going through menopause as well. And as when women go through menopause, they just don't be into that.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak for menopause because I have not reached menopause yet. But what I have reached is communicating in the bedroom. Because there was a time when I didn't like when he did lick it like that. I didn't like it like that.
First of all, Mom, that's against my religion. Please don't be having these people. Don't be talking these kind of things as if I'm not. Oh, I have to go pray.
Let's just see Cecily on this thing talking sense. Intimacy starts before the bedroom. That's just the end product. That's right. That's right. Like what you telling her in the day. Are you treating her? Are you taking care of her? Because if she have needs, nobody want do nothing with you. Are you providing? Are you protecting? And on that note, right? Protecting. We can stick a pin in that. We can come right back. Us women, we bring some issues in the marriage. As for me, let me talk with me. I brought in my daddy issues. I had daddy issues.
I was like, boy, this woman crazy as hell. Anyway, go ahead.
I mind you, I ain't think I crazy, right? But I had daddy issues. So I had some insecurities because I didn't feel like my daddy defended me. I didn't feel like he protected me the way I thought I should be protected or the way I thought I should have been defended. Maybe in his mind, he was doing the right thing. I don't see it that way. And that's not how my mommy taught me. So my mommy is a beast. You look at me wrong, and my mommy could tear your head off. And that's what I believe it's supposed to be. If I come to my mommy and if I tell my mommy, Trump, do something to me, it's on. So I felt
on for you, because she feel about Trump. She'll box you right up. You mess with Trump.
Again, we saying that this is a sensible conversation.
You know this serious. You know what she feels about Mr. Donald Trump. Okay, and you can have to tone it down, and you lucky she's not listening. But don't you speak anything negative towards Trump or to think for 1 second that she will defend you over Trump.
Listen to me.
She's a Trump supporter. We know Trump supporters go. Take it easy. Don't get
And what excited. I'm saying is, say, Cecily, won't you be sensible? She's saying, yes, we project that. Come on, we talking sense now. So what I'm saying is he didn't do it the way I thought it should have been done or the way I thought or I've seen it done. So when I met my husband, and my husband, believe it or not, is just like my daddy, and that's usually what happens. We go looking for our daddy some way or the other. He show up. Listen, these spirits be attracted. And when I felt like my husband wasn't defending me, then that was a problem. That was a huge problem because he wasn't protecting me. Mind you, we learned a way, or I learned how to accept what he can give because he has his reasoning. His version of defense doesn't look like mine. He feels like he needs to step in when he feels like he needs to step in. But I was looking for you to step in long time. I had to fix me. I had to fix my daddy issue because that stemmed from there. That had nothing to do with Ozzy. That was about Dennis. That was about Dennis not showing up. And so now I want this man to show up because Dennis didn't show up. And so one day I realized that this is an Inky problem. And guess what? Inky big bad and she could defend herself. So if Ozzy don't never show up, who cares? I got this. I can say what I have to say. I say all of that to say, we're supposed to be talking about communication, eh? Now we on protection. I say all that to say, we have our own little issues going on the inside of us. And next week, hopefully, we'll bring this therapist that causes us to react the way we act because of something that happened in our past, something that happened, some experience. It forms our beliefs. And based on those beliefs, that's what, like Cecily say, we project to our spouses. That's who getting it first, the spouse. But be careful what you're giving your spouse, because what you're serving is what you can get back. Don't think you can serve attitude and you ain't gonna get attitude back. Don't think you can serve filth and don't get filth back. The Bible say you reap what you sow. So we don't want to reap that. Like, I don't want to be at odds with my husband. I like him. I like hanging out with him. I think he's pretty cool. He makes me laugh. So I don't want to be at odds and with him. So we need to fix our problems. Let's get some of these.
Hold on, I want to add something now.
Mm-hmm.
On that protection part, and this for you ladies, right, to understand how men operate. I like to put men and women in categories. Women are very emotional. Men are physical creatures. 99.5% of men are horrible at arguing. That's why we always lose the battle to y'all. We can't argue. The men that can argue very well were raised with arguing women, and they just learned.
And want to
That's
be
a
women.
learning, right? I didn't want to go there, but
that's the truth. They want to be women.
If you think about it, right? Just think about this. You go to a restaurant. Your man, your husband, your fiancé, whoever orders something, right? It comes out wrong. It comes out bad. He doesn't like it. He didn't order this. 9 times out of 10, he's going to say, no, just leave it alone. It's no issue. There's no problem. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to say, no, that is a problem. I fixing this. Waitress, come here. He will then say, babes, relax, please. No, please. Leave it alone. Men are not arguers. We could take that and we could go. However, protection comes from protection. In my brain, I see protection as physical and physical only. And that is where a well-rounded relationship comes in. She can argue well. I can fight pretty well. I grew up in the street. I've been through some stuff. So I can't argue. So I'd be like, boy, if my wife, watch, I don't like this hamburger, I send my wife in here. Right? And I'll walk her like everything cool. And I go, we wouldn't believe what this girl is saying. She went in there. And she come in there marching. It's a different kind of protection. Men don't argue. And that's what my wife wanted me to do. I don't argue. I'll be like a retarded child because I don't know what to say, how to say this and that. But what? That word game? That argue? Boy, look here. She can argue. But men don't do that. However, if I have to step in physically, I need you to understand that I will not think twice. And that's the difference. So you can go back to answering your questions now.
Okay, let's get some of these comments. Sometimes situations cause sexual desires to change. That's true. But hold on, let's straighten us up first, right? Because I've been someplace to one conference, to one marriage ministry, one marriage conference. And
now you say you was eavesdropping on our conversation, but I noticed you've been exposing a lot of people on this eavesdrop. Just know if they watch this, they can know you talking about them. They can know you talking about them. All right, okay.
But I have to say this though. I have to.
Go ahead.
I've been somewhere.
You lock up like
and
the
woman said, you don't have to have sex with your husband if you're mad. That ain't what the Bible say, guys. That ain't what the Bible say. That ain't what the Bible say, and the Bible is the law. Okay? That's the book we go by. If it's written in there, that's what we do. The Bible say that your body is not yours, it's his own. However, he is supposed to love and honor you so much that he honors how you feel in that moment.
That's manipulation.
So that is not a license for a man to say, yeah, well, this is my body. I don't care if she mad. I don't care if I sleep out last night. I don't care. That ain't the license for that. That's not the license. Because if he don't honor you that much to care about your feelings and that you are not happy in this present moment, we have a bigger problem. And he don't deserve none really, but that ain't what the Bible say. That ain't what the Bible say. The bigger problem, though, is it sounds like abuse. Because if you don't love something, the other side is, hey, they, if you don't love it, you must be abusing it, eh? So I'm not saying that men have a right to get it when they want it. Be careful. But I'm saying that women should not just withhold it. That ain't what the Bible say.
Okay. So with that being said, right? If she is upset with him of something, you did insert the caveat, does it not mean that you should withhold it. However, he should love you enough, right, to understand your feelings. So if you're a wife, they're not doing your wifely duties, they're not doing what you should do as a wife. Does that also mean now that this man should not take care of the home, not provide for you, not protect you because you're not doing what he thinks you should do, and now he is in his feelings?
So the same rule applies, right? Just the same way that he is supposed to honor her enough because of her feelings and that she don't want to do it because there is an issue in the marriage. She should honor him the same way. So both of us have a responsibility. That's why marriage is a merger. A marriage isn't a hostile takeover. This is a merger. The two of our opinions matter. People like to say, oh, submit yourselves, wives, submit yourselves to your husband. But the scripture right under that says, submit yourselves one to another. That means that the two are supposed to be doing some submitting. We get to choose what type of submission that is. And what I mean by that is every marriage is different. What worked for you don't work for me. What work. My husband talk about leaving his socks on the floor. My husband leaves his socks on the floor.
Yes.
Listen, let me deal with this. He leaves his socks on. No, he's leaving in the bed now. He's leaving on the bed. But when we got married, he used to leave it on the floor.
I was leaving the bed when they coming back to wear it.
When you come home from work 5 o'clock and you leave your socks on the bed, you come in and wear that?
I take my socks off. I put them ball and put them in the
my God.
hamper.
In the hamper? You do all that yourself?
Yes.
Okay, baby, I'm going to watch you do that tonight, honey. I appreciate that.
You lucky we don't have witnesses here because I do a test on you one day and I expose you on your channel, but just know.
Hold on. See, that's a good question. Should a married couple be scheduled for sex?
Absolutely.
Yes, I agree with that. But hold on, let me finish this thought. He used to leave his socks on the floor. He still leaves his socks wherever he leaves it. You know what I do? I go and pick it up. Watch this. Watch this. No, watch this. When I take off my clothes, he ain't lie. I put it on the bed or I put it on the armrest. And you know what he does? He comes home and he hangs it up. So I picking up the socks, but he hanging up the clothes. The other day, well, this was a long time. When my husband is finished eating, when the king is finished eating, wherever he ate, he leaves that plate. And you know who goes and picks it up?
Please tell me.
Me.
Oh, Jesus.
I pick it up. I pick it up with pleasure. I pick it up. I wash it. I put the plate up with pleasure.
Let me tell
you know why?
Let me tell you what I could do for y'all. Because I know y'all really my fans. Thank y'all for coming out. But when I'm back on here as a paid guest, I'm going to bring for y'all video footage. Okay? Video footage.
Of you moving your plate?
No. Of my keeping my plate there and not being moved until I move it. Video footage, guys. I promise you that. And I also promise you that tonight, I put my socks on that bed.
Thank you.
I ain't putting that in no hamper.
So, that's his norm, right? But what I'm saying is, I move his plate and I go and I wash it. And I remember Stacey gave me one day and she said, he just finished eating. He just leave the plate there? Yeah, he does. He does. She said, what you mean he just leave it there? Because I go get it. You know why? Because he going to go clean the room. He going to go clean the bathroom. He going to the food store. He going to the gas station. I don't do them things. The only thing I do is service my husband. I make sure he eats everything. That's it. So I don't have a problem with picking up the socks. I don't have a problem with washing the plate, moving. Wherever he leaves the plate, I go and I pick it up. But that's the submission that we have. I submit to him by picking up the socks and picking up the plate, and he submits to me by cleaning the bathroom, by, what else you do, baby? Cleaning the room, cleaning the closet, cleaning the cars, getting the gas, and fixing the cars.
As you guys can see, this is extremely one-sided here.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a
That
kept
scale,
wife.
that scale.
And that's the truth. But that's how we submit. We submit ourselves one to another. With the money, you know, he's thief money and go and polo. My
And buy
dude,
Jordans. But you need to answer. What's really important is, should a married couple be scared over sex? That stuff ain't important. She's straying right now.
because he don't
All
want me
right, she's straying.
He don't want me
This
exposing.
ain't a clothing line. EeezDrop. This is EeezDrop. Empower, uplift, and answer these questions about marriage. That's what we're about today. Should a married couple be scheduled for sex?
Anyway, let's change the subject since that's what he want to change the subject to. If a marriage couple, listen, so years ago, I want to say maybe 10 years ago, my big brother is married and he was telling us how he and his wife used to have to set a date to have sex. And we used to be laughing at them. What you mean you have to set a date? So yeah, we have to put it on the calendar. And we used to be like, what are you talking about? What you mean you have to set a date? Okay, fast forward. We have to set that date. We have to set that date because if you don't set that date, life will take you over. And the Bible tells, I wish I could find the scripture. These church people on here, Cecily and Tramika and Madeline, they can look for it. But the Bible tells us is we have to keep it tight before we let the enemy come in. So setting that date to have sex is very important because most times, sometimes it's sporadic, but most of the times you're busy. Life happens. I'm working. He working. He start this business, the next business. The next thing you know, he in a play. He got to go to the rehearsal. When it ain't rehearsal, it's the football. When it ain't that, it's work. When it ain't that, oh, I need to hang out. So when sis can get straight, boss, schedule your time. And since I start having a stinking attitude now, since you won't have so much things to do and you have so much on your schedule, buddy, I take in mine on my schedule. My time is like when I get up to pray. After that, it's on. I don't care what time of night it is. I don't care how tired you are if you have to go to work in the morning. Sis got to get me.
And as you can see, guys, based on that answer about our previous question, she does not take my feelings into consideration. Okay? She's supposed to take the fact that I'm tired into consideration and love me enough to respect that. But she's right. And she know I'm a morning person. I don't do mornings. I'd be very upset.
Listen, and be careful too how you respond in the morning. Because one time, this was a long time now, marriage grows. But there was a time when I used to try wake him up and he said, like, leave me alone. And that hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I'd feel bad after that. I ain't gonna lie, I'd feel bad. But it wasn't intentional. But she know how I go in the morning. But now I'm conscious about that. So I was be like, and I just don't say that.
Yeah, so you don't do that no more. Good. But my feelings then get so thick now that even if he do, I ain't care, boss, because I got to get me. Now, this next question was a good question. What about when fasting? Sweetie pie.
No, I want you gone. Fake on you with these people. Because I got a story for them. Say the wrong thing on this. Say the wrong. I want to hear about this.
What I want to say to you, ladies, you married people, when you're fasting, you're supposed to come into agreement with that, right? It's getting hot in here. When you're fasting, you're supposed to come into agreement to fast. Both of you are supposed to agree that we're going to fast or I'm going to be fasting. And usually we come into agreement. Well, the problem lies in with these long fasts. That 21-day fast, we could do the 3 days. Well, he and I, we fast 3 days, the first 3 days of every month. That's our fasting period. We religiously, we fast, we pray. That's our time with God. Well, I shouldn't say our time with God, but that is our commitment to fast. 3 days is fine. But when you enter that 21-day, he have needs. I can hold myself, but he have needs. So, sweetie pie, you really think God created marriage to say, destroy it? That ain't what it was. He say man was made for the Sabbath, not the Sabbath was made for man. But y'all know the scripture, the right scripture. So there have been times on the fast, boss, if my husband wants this, he gets this. Now, if that means we need to start the day over the next day, then we start the day over the next day. But what my husband wants, my husband gets. Because he ain't disciplined like me, where I could hold out. That's what we is do, women. We is hold out, eh?
So what I wanted to add to that, right? It's the last time in the 21-day fast, right? I was like, boss, work this thing out. You know what she tell me? But be fasting. I say, boy, fast? I don't care if fast slow. I don't care what's going on. I need that. So get it. Now, just so happened, I wanted the next day too, because that's how I'd feel. I had a hard day at work, and all right then. She didn't. So, boy, what we could do? We fasting or not? Because you can't be doing this every day. Bro. I don't want it no more. Keep it. And go pray about what you just did. And I hope you get a good word from that. And now I'm mad.
Well, you know what? That was a good response, and the response is true. He ain't lied that time. That story was true. You got to be careful which ones to believe. I can tell you which ones to believe. That one was true, and he did say go pray about it. And sure enough, I go and I pray about that, and that ain't right. That ain't right. How you could not take care of this good man of God
He's
that
so
he gave
sexy
me?
and handsome.
So did I make it right?
No, because I didn't want it no more. How you gonna make it right?
Was he?
I didn't want it no more, bro. That gate was closed.
Okay, so it stay closed for the whole 21 days?
No, but you didn't make it right at that time. Like that time had gone. Like you can't say, okay, did it another time. That time you didn't fix it because it couldn't be fixed. So I did not choose to fix it. It was finished. It's done.
Okay. I'm so happy that he
That's
gets
all I'm saying.
to air his grievances for you all. Do you want someone to sign your paper?
What I'm saying is, I give it to them as the Lord gives it to me. All I'm doing is sharing an experience so they don't do the same thing. That is it. Stacy, where you come from?
I get back up. I get back up.
But okay, then she made it right. No, I just explained what happened. No, it was not right.
Let me see someone else say that. She don't fast. She one of these. Oh, Lord. My husband say I must do that 21 fasting when I go on that girl trip.
Exactly. So which means is, let me tell you what that means. He ain't in agreement. So if you want fast, go eat your apple and your banana, but come home and sort the man out, bro. So what you call that is partial agreement. Okay? I agree. You could go eat your fruits. But this side of that, no, man. Come here.
And then let me tell you another thing that I this is the first time I've ever done it. So someone taught me about these retreats. So I went and I did a 3-day prayer retreat by myself, lock up inside a room, just me one for 3 days. And he wasn't there. And so it wasn't no temptation. And I asked for permission. My husband was in agreement that I could leave our home for 3 days and go and seek the Lord, right? And so I did that. I do believe the truth about fasting is no food. I think that is the real, honest definition of a fast. However, I do believe in sacrifices and burnt offerings. In the psalmist, David said, Lord, honor my sacrifice, accept my burnt offerings, right? So even if your fast is from midnight until 6 p.m., so that when he is home and you need to be able to provide his needs, I think God still honors that sacrifice. But I don't believe that your fast is supposed to put a divide in your marriage, because God gave you that man as the head of your house. Listen to me, ladies. Ain't no gray area here or whether you supposed to lead or what. We are the helpers, and he is the head. So there's no way God is going to want you to chop off your head and call it holy. They'll have to show me that in the Bible. And I've been reading that Bible for myself and studying that for myself, so ain't nobody could fool me. I don't listen to what the pastor say no more. When the pastor says something, I go and I search that up. Let me see if that's what the Holy Spirit, with the revelation I get. Show me that in the Bible. So let's be careful about that, especially them 21 days, them 40 days, if you ain't single, don't mind these single women. That's why Paul said some of you are supposed to be single, because you could serve God easier. You could serve God better.
And when you want to do that, go be a nun. Don't come out about you looking for man. None don't have man.
Once again, if your husband agrees and you're all two doing that, then you all two do that. But don't think you could do that and God gonna honor your disobedience and your disagreement with your, this is my covenant partner. The only covenant that is more important and stronger than this covenant of marriage is the blood covenant that Jesus did when he died on the cross and he rose from the grave. That's the only covenant that is greater than this covenant. No other covenant. Your sister, your friend, no other covenant is stronger, more respected, more honored by God. The Bible says marriage is honorable. God say that. That's what God say. Now, what else? Oh, Lord, we didn't over an hour. I don't know if y'all want to be sitting here listening to us for over an hour.
Yeah. And we don't want it to be drawn out for the ones who's going to come back and watch. We're going to allow each of y'all to give a question that you want answered. And we'll answer to the best of our ability, honestly.
Listen, you all send him a message and tell him we want the real deal. This is not a comedian show. Like, this is EeezDrop. We's come here to learn.
The
He
real deal.
He won't be playing all day to see it right.
Anywho, guys.
Eh? Say, that's okay. I reach. Boss in the place. Boss in the place. That's right. Say, keep talking. Say, keep talking. Oh, you know, these people will be on here listening to us, but keep talking.
But see, that's the average Bahamian. When they come late, they want the stuff tailored
before I
to
forget
them.
this thought, I want you, remember, we were having a conversation about what men are looking for. Help men to find the good woman. Because how come the good man is have the bad woman? And then how come the good woman can't find no good man? Because the bad woman got him.
I can tell you why. Because, like you say, men are providers, right? I'll never forget this meme I saw, right? And it had a house on fire, and it had two women in the house. One was independent, and one was, of course, a bad, broke woman, they like to call them, right? And in that picture, it showed where that man ran into this burning house. He left the good woman and brought out the bad woman. And someone asked why. But in the picture, it shows the bad woman reaching out like, help me. And the independent woman was like, so they said, you see how that bad woman stretched the hand out and looked for and asked for help? That's the one who I help. The good woman was in the corner like, I don't need no man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm independent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strong. I have a car and a house, and I make a lot of money, and probably get more than you, and blah, 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 blah. Let me tell you something, women. And your posture is so important when you get where you are. And it's because, and I understand, you work so hard to become respected on your job, to be able to get your own home and pay your child's school fee if you have one, and buy the nice car, and do all the things that you think you don't need a man for. But let me tell you, if a man thinks you don't need him or feels like you don't need him, he's not coming. I'm sorry. Yes, you're beautiful. Yes, you're smart, but I don't want to compete with nobody. I don't want to come into home competing for dominance. And successful women has that issue, that dominant issue. I'm going to buck heads because I don't have to listen to you. I don't need you. I have my own. Until you go to sleep at night and your bed cold. Until in the middle of the night you got a burst pipe and you got to try to find this plumber, and I'm literally a burst pipe. I see this one here. She's kind of fresh. And you got to find this person to fix that leak, that broken whatever. Because women, right, equate success with financial strength. But it's understandable. But I need you to understand that men were successful in financial way before you guys were, and we still came and built you up. A man will come, meet a broke woman, and make her into something. It is extremely difficult for the tables to turn where a woman does the same thing. Because once you didn't fight through that battle, you ain't into that. Now you got to come up to my level. I got to meet him up to my level. Well, sis, let me explain something to you. Sometimes you got to build your house. Sometimes you can't rent an apartment. Sometimes you can't buy a ready-made house. Sometimes you got to build your castle. And a man that you build will appreciate you on a level that you would never understand. Now, I say, go find some dope head from the block and say, I'm going to make you somebody. It ain't going to work. But you know, as a human, as a person, someone who is smart, knows a blank slate that can turn into art. You know potential. You know possibility. And that's the issue.
But okay, a couple of things I want to get here. Possibility might get us in trouble because we often look at everybody as a possibility.
And that's the problem. You see, you look at everybody as a possibility. But if you open your eyes, you'll see everybody is not a possibility. He is not. He is not. Everyone is not. A guy that is working, that you see is working towards something, that even has a plan towards something. 1 hour or less of conversation can tell you where a man's head is, and even a woman's head. You can't just look at a person and say, oh, your possibilities are, oh, he cute. Oh, he has muscles. Oh my God. He goes to church. No. Have a conversation. What do you do? What have you done for the past 5 years? And where do you want to be in the next 5 years? What is your relationship with your mother, with your sisters? Do you have kids? Do you take care of your kids? How many baby mothers you got? Sis, if you get more than 2, 3, I say you make one mistake. I don't play baseball. I don't be like, all right, 2 strikes, all right, 3 strikes. No, bro. At some point, you got to realize, take it easy, right? So all you have to do is open your eyes and look. Don't look at the glamour and the glitter. Look at what's inside that box.
That's good, right? That's really good. And the truth about Miss Independent, because I was Miss Independent. Me and all my sisters was Miss Independent, right? Miss Independent doesn't really want to be independent. She's independent because she has to be independent. And so when that man comes to relieve you from having to be independent, we're happy to, but he got to show up. He got to show me that this what I've been doing for me by myself. You could handle that and top that off. Now, back to this question about, the lady was reaching out for help. We know that bad women usually reach out for help because they won't be bad and they want somebody to finance their habits. So it's easy for those women to reach out for help. With us, we have already built so much that we have to protect what we built. So we ain't looking like we desperate, begging you to come help us. So how could we show you that we do want the help, but not attract the wrong type of help? Because I ain't looking for no Joneses.
Well, 9 times out of 10, Joneses can't help. Just saying. But how you look for help is accept it. If someone comes and say, "Hey, lovely, how are you doing? Mind if I pump your gas for you?" Don't say, "No, I got it." "Hi, want your windshield thing? Can I get you lunch?" "Lunch? I think I break it. I got money." These are some of the simple things that women do that they don't understand. That, bro, I didn't so turn off. From I come to you and I talk to you, put a smile on your face. Smile
So could
on your
I?
face. Be pleasant. And guess what? Being pleasant don't mean that you are interested, because you may not be, but be pleasant. Being pleasant doesn't hurt. Now they're saying for you, women in a relationship now, because sometimes when you're in a relationship, that pleasant smile is giving people the wrong idea. And it ain't safe for you to be pleasant all the time. But I'm talking about single ladies here. You don't have no repercussion because you don't have no man. But if your man see you smiling up, but he's in a relationship with another man, hold on now. What you smiling about? What's the joke? Right? I'm just saying that's his caveat I inserted there. But be pleasant. Be open. Have a conversation. "Hi, good day. How are you doing?" "Oh, I had a great day. How was your day?" But a lot of you always be like, "What do you want now?" And you know deep down in yourself, you want him, or at least an idea of him, or someone like him. Just be pleasant. Be open. Be nice. Don't let the world that you had to go through make you angry and hardened.
Bro
Smile.
preaching. Let's answer this question. Do you think a woman should pursue or make the first move on a guy who is interested but too shy to say something?
Absolutely. And let me tell you why. A lot of times, right? And this goes back to you women. Men hate rejection. Your posture is everything. Believe it or not, a man sizes you up. When a man meets you or sees you and wants to pursue you, he sizes you up. He looks at your nails. He looks at your hair. He looks at the clothes you wear. He looks at your shoes. These things specifically, he sizes you up and then he looks at him. Some men don't have high self-esteem. Some men have been broken down so much they don't even know their own value. Rejection, harsh words that come even from a child.
From your mother,
You see?
your
So
sisters.
sure, he likes you, but bro just can't take another no, or another not interested, or another you're not good enough. 9 times out of 10, you go to him and you smile and you say, "How are you doing it?" And you be nice, he'll open right up to you. Right up. So when we talk about the man should pursue or the woman or the woman should not, we go back to the Bible say,
He who
"He who
finds a wife.
finds a wife finds a good thing." That don't mean you can't talk to me first. You ain't my wife. We
So
talking.
silly.
We talking. And I could be the one, I'm going to be the one, if I see you, deem you worthy or worth it, I can propose to you. You ain't proposing to me. So I found a wife.
So it's okay for her to approach him, to date him, but it ain't okay for her to ask him to marry her.
Oh, no, we ain't doing that now. We ain't getting too 21st century-ish. That ain't something I believe in, because if a man wants you, he can propose to you. A woman's job is to say yes or no, not to say, "Can you be my husband?" We ain't doing that. Your job is simply yes or no. You ain't doing the proposing thing. No, we ain't doing that.
So here with all this hard mode, right? So listen to this now. I see this dude in the pink. I didn't like him. He was so fine. Oh my gosh, his hair was oh my gosh, he was beautiful. Well, he's still beautiful, right? So I told my manager, I said, "I like him." He said, "Well, go talk to him." I said, "But I can't talk to him, boy. I have to let him come to me, because I'm the prize here. If we ain't supposed to be, boastful or, he gotta come to me because that's what I was taught, that the woman's supposed to let the man come. So I made myself available. This dude ain't talk to me. The next time he come in the bank, I go and I stand by the front desk. You have to pass me coming and going. The dude walk out the bank, still ain't talk to me. So now I really didn't like him. I really didn't like him. So I went to the teller and I asked the teller, well, who this dude is? Because he was serving him. And he said, I know him from football. Something he said, I know. I said, give him my number. I give him the number. He gave the dude the number. You think this dude called me? He called me. I was so mad because I gone home so excited thinking that, man, he can call me, he can call me, he can call me. You know, the next morning coming, this dude ain't even call me. Like, what wrong with him? I come back and I say, something wrong with him. I say, gay like man. You like man because you see all this body and you ain't gonna call me. Like, how you could miss out on this?
So again, back to the story, right? Because there's two sides to every story. So when she said she saw me and my hair was out and I was so fine, right? Let me tell you how it was. My hair was out. I was about to go get it plaited. It was all over the place, right? I had on this old sweatsuit because I was just running out the house to try to make this appointment because I was late. I'm not usually late, but this time I was late and I was running out the house, right? I had on some tennis who didn't match with my sweatsuit, and I was just jetting to the bank to get a couple of dollars to go pay for this to my hair to get done, right? I see them in the bank. And I saw when she looked over me and they all them burst out laughing. So at this point, like, boy, they laughing at me because I look stinking. I'd like this girl. And I thought she was so nice. I said, boy, she's a freak, boy. Walk out the bank thinking that she was laughing at me, not knowing that the next, when I hear the story, is going to be totally different. So again, that's posture. And I didn't size up many times in the bank. Nice shoes, dress nice, hair nice, nails nice. So now I feel some kind of way. So now I'm going to approach you now because I didn't see you laughing at me when I come to the teller machine. So I can talk to you now. That's how that story really went.
And the thing about this, I never even told him that because I guess we never talked about that piece. But we were laughing because I was telling the manager how much I like him. And she said, Inky, you like that? You like all that hair? And so we laughing and I saying, yes, I like him. That's what we was laughing at because I like him. Ain't that funny? But anyway, the point is this dude did not call. So I'm mad now. He ain't called. I going back to the teller and I say, he ain't called me. Tell him don't never say nothing to me. Oh, and I also did tell the teller to send him to my office. So he came back. I didn't know that this guy had seen me so many times before. So the first time I saw him was not the first time he saw me. Like he said, he didn't size me up. He said that he thought I was married. He thought this. He thought that. He thought, well, I could never get her. That time, I just want this dude to come talk to me. So the teller tell him what I said. And he came to my office. He came in the bank. So every day, see, for this week, he was coming in the bank. Now, you know you don't get paid every day. What reason you had to come in the bank for? You coming for $1 every day? No, he was coming because he's looking for a woman. And so he came in the bank. And the guy told him what I said. And he came to my office and I said, well, I sent you my number and you didn't call. He said, I can't remember what excuse he gave me, but he told me what my number was. That's what impressed me. Because obviously that shouldn't impress me because now he just have a thing for numbers. I shouldn't even be impressed. But at that time, I did think that I was special, that you memorized my number and you wanted to call me so bad. That's what I made myself to believe. But we talked and he was like, yeah, man, I interested in you. And I come straight out and I say, but you have a girlfriend or not? Because I ain't got no time to play around. I ain't trying to be no side chick. I ain't number two. I didn't play them games before. I ain't playing them no more. What it gonna be? He said, well, if I had somebody, I would leave her because I want you. People who sing that song, she's fine too, but I want you. Who sing that? Lloyd. He pulled a Lloyd on me. So my girl was feeling good then. When I got home, he called. He been calling every day. All day, bringing the lunch. He been taking care of me from December 12th, 2008, literally taking care of me, every sense of the word. And not where, oh, he was making so much money. Because this dude wasn't making no money when I meet him. He's making $200. I guess y'all got to come back for another EeezDrop so we could talk about that next. We could talk about money. But with that $200, I was the priority. Not even his mommy. Well, I don't even know if she was a priority because I never missed nothing. But I was the priority. So going back to the question, if you should approach him, it worked for me. I ain't telling you what to do. but it just did work for me. That's what I'm saying. Now, somebody else had asked a question. Yeah, this one say, well, every now and again, Mr. Terry raises his voice, and it reminds me that the man's voice is needed. Absolutely. Ain't nothing like having a strong man in your house, girl. We want that. We want to be strong, so we got to build him up. We make him, I made this. This the house that Inky built, okay? This the house Inky built. He will walk around like a peacock, like he built that. Inky built that. Inky built that by praying. Inky built that by investing in that. Inky built that by believing in that, by talking to that. Oh, Inky built that. But if I was tearing him down, that voice wouldn't have been strong. He wouldn't even want to talk to me. He wouldn't. I know a man who don't even want to go home. And I'm trying to talk to him, and he don't even want to take my calls no more because he didn't want no coaching because he didn't finish. He finished because she didn't break him down. You didn't beat him down. You could do that and expect the thing to rise. That ain't gonna rise no more. It ain't gonna rise for you, but it rising for someone else. And then these little piss-tail girls, all they doing is just picking up on your bad habits, undoing your bad habits. So she probably telling me, baby, yeah, okay, all right then.
All right, you straighten. I think you take this as some kind of entertainment. I'm just coming to stage.
Okay.
Any more questions, guys?
Yeah, that's an hour and a half. I feel bad for you all. That was a good question.
That was a statement.
No, I mean, the first question is if you should think of him.
Oh,
approach
yeah, that was
him.
a good question. That was a very good question, yeah.
If you should approach him. Another thing, right? We just talking. Okay. We supposed to come off. Okay, we coming off now. Okay, we coming off. That's it.
We coming off.
Next
now,
time.
when you want me back, I'll send my fee over to GFC Evolution. I'll send my invoice.
Shall I have two account managers? And I sure ain't no invoice coming out of that shop. But
let me ask you: there's real accountants.
I have a CPA, sweetie, on my team. I have a CPA.
But yeah, that could be the tough because they cheap. So I gotta come out.
Mm-hmm.
Them CPAs, but they so tight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She ain't on this night.
Yeah.
Them CPAs so nice. They're the loveliest people.
But hold on, though. I wanted to cover something else, and I didn't even write it down. Oh, what was that? Oh, I forgot. Say for real, they right. I wanted to cover. Oh, this is what I wanted to say. So you said we were having this conversation in bed that night, talking, and you said something that stuck with me, right? Well, a lot of things you say always stick with me. You good like that, baby. But you said a woman will submit to the man that she will submit to. All women will submit to the man.
Right. I remember that.
Talk about that. What does that mean?
It means just that. Like, a woman won't submit to every man, but there is that one man that she will submit to. So what that means is there are some women that marry a man for what he has, for what she think he is, or what she wants him to be. That man is not necessarily the man that she will submit to, which causes a lot of issues in marriages because she don't respect him. She talk to him any kind of way, and she definitely don't listen to him. Therefore, she won't submit. But there is a man out there that will say jump, and she will jump. Sit, and she will sit. Sit.
I calling a person.
There is that one man that she will do that for, but she will not do that for every man. Some men need to realize that. In my opinion, and people say, no, that ain't true. Listen, in every relationship, there are things you see in your partner that you can know for sure this is the one, this is not the one. Sometimes we are blinded by infatuation. But there's some things you want to do to let you know, bro, you ain't the one she can listen to. Sis, some things this man to do, and you be like, he ain't really into me like that. But you sometimes look past that and then say, I didn't see. No, you didn't see. You didn't look. You closed your eyes to it. But there's that one person for everyone. And that's what I meant by that.
There's that one person for everyone. So that goes back to that word submission, right? We were made to submit. But who will we submit to is the question. So before I got married, I had other boyfriends. Submit to. Because man, you know a joker. The truth is, we know they made. We know they joking. We know that they ain't worth it. But we just as one play crazy. I don't know why we do that. I don't know. But that's just what we do. But what he's saying is, there is that some person, that somebody that will cause you to want to submit. I have no problem submitting to my husband because he leads well. He makes good decisions. He helps me to make good decisions. Not that all decisions are right and not all I agree with, but most times he leads. There are some things that I'm passionate about. He submits to me. Okay, if that's what you want to do. All right, if that's what you want to do. And I can respect that, way. I can respect that. Listen, we done been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. If your comments come back good, I'll bring this guest on. And hopefully he'll be serious for the first hour. So we don't have to get serious in the 30 minutes after the first hour. I
was serious the whole time, guys. Just so you know.
You all pray for me. This is my life. This is what I do every day.
So you admit I was serious?
Listen to me. No. You can imagine we in an argument and this what he doing? I trying to get my point across and he just won't make you laugh. He just won't play.
It's the only way I can win. Because like I said, she argues well.
Oh, Miss Dean says she can speak to the accountant for you.
Man, that's it. Woman after my own heart.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to EeezDrop. It's been fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you heard something to help you evolve. I hope that we could give you... Listen, bring Ozzy back. And the thing is, right?
Y'all
I throw in a low blow, Michelle. I throw in a low blow. I ain't never see you come on my show before. Now you see Ozzy on the show. You come on the show talking about you bring Ozzy back. You see how you all go? Anyway, thank you so much for listening. I hope we said something to help, man. I hope our transparency, and we're usually transparent. Like, ain't really nothing to lie about. This is us. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I hope this helps, and I hope that we could be even more helpful if you allow us to. As God give it to us, we'll give it to you. That's our promise. So until next week, I don't know what we can do. Depending on your comments, we can see what happens next week. Thank you for tuning in. I set my alarm to remind me of the show. Listen, she even set her alarm.
You see that? You see that? I bring the people. Accountant, do the right thing.
Thank you, Siobhan. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Michelle, Tramika, Stacy, Maddie. Who else was there? Cecily, Katrina. Well, Katrina, you know that's the CEO. She could not be on her own business. Tell me,
you're right.
She bought her business. Thank you all for joining us today, man. See you next week. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
You've been eavesdropping on EeezDrop, and we appreciate it. You've been listening to unscripted, candid conversations, and we truly hope it's helped to change your life. We never force our beliefs on anyone. We're here to foster connections and spark evolution, and we hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on social media at God's Favorite Girl, on Instagram and Facebook at GFG Evolution, and the website at godsfavoritegirl.org. See you next time on EeezDrop.